Hey, it's Webs here, and it's time to get on some wins with Fire Mercenaries. Even before Chi-Ji was actually revealed, I've been wanting to do something with Fire. The original plan was to do something with Fire and Elementals overall, with local R's, increase HP on the Elementals you have on the team, but once Chi-Ji actually got revealed, I thought this was a perfect solution to some of the problems that Fire-based teams usually have, which is survivability, and with the new equipment Blazing Ban, I can finally put this team into action. And if you notice, there's something missing in this team that most people actually use in a fire-based team, which is Ragnaros. I ended up cutting Ragnaros out of the team, mainly because of the fact that he had a huge target on his back and he didn't really ever survive more than one turn. And I figured a better way to actually increase the survivability of our overall team would be best to cut him out for Belinda, who can flex between the lesser water elemental equipment, depending if you face against a lot of Valeras, or Stormpike's Salvation to just increase the survivability of your other mercenaries on the actual team. Either way, you're going to have a much tankier team than a traditional fire team, and this build actually performed pretty well at a rank of around 8,000 to 9,000, depending on where I was. I actually ranked up quite a bit with this team. However, it is worth mentioning that during testing, at least the initial stages of testing with this build, I didn't actually run against Dragon at all, which could be a really bad matchup for a build like this. I just don't know because I didn't run into it for some weird reason. I ran into a lot of Frost and Shadow, which it felt actually really strong against, but I have no way to actually tell until we find some more games. Then we might actually run into Dragon, who knows? I don't know if that's fallen out of favor at the current rank I'm at. But if it has, then this might not actually be as viable at a higher rank than I currently am. Now, with the intro out of the way, let's go over the individual mercenaries. The first mercenary being Chi-Ji, using the new equipment Blazing Band as a way to scale his damage and his healing ability, so your mercenaries on your team can actually survive for quite a long period of time, and this is the main reason you're actually using him in the team. He also does serve the purpose of triggering Geddon, which is really nice, and you can actually trigger Geddon no matter what with Chi-Ji. It doesn't matter which ability you actually use, so that's actually a really nice factor over something like Antonidas or Belinda as your Geddon trigger. The second mercenary on the team is Baron Geddon, using Mark of Flagellation as a way to increase his fire damage even further with his AoE that you're just going to be spamming every turn anyways. And this is really just the stereotypical equipment that you're going to want to use as Geddon, and you're going to want to spam Inferno. If you haven't played a fire build, Inferno is your main source of damage and the main reason you're running Geddon in the build. Belinda is the mercenary that gets a little bit awkward to actually give advice to actually use in both terms of abilities and her equipments. For the most part, you're probably going to be using Frost Dart or Flame Dart, depending if you need to actually trigger your Geddon or not, if Chi-Ji is the one that dies first. And if for some reason Belinda is actually up when Karin is actually up, then you can also use Frostburn just to increase the damage of Diablo whenever he comes out next, or even Geddon, because most people will probably focus down Belinda as the final mercenary of the starting lineup. And the most interesting part about Belinda here is her equipments makes her really flexible. I would say Lesser Fire Elemental would be perfect for this build. However, I don't have it leveled up, so I didn't get to actually test this out. But I really like the idea of increasing our survivability with Stormpike's Salvation as the default equipment that I'm actually using. But if I'm facing against a lot of Valeras, you could always use Lesser Water Elemental just to freeze the Valera on one turn. And now for the fourth mercenary in the team, it's Karin. Karin's in here just so you can increase the speed of all your abilities. The equipment, of course, for Karin is going to be Reincarnation. This is what you always use when you have him, and you're mainly going to be rotating between Endurance Aura and Burst Stomp as your two main abilities with Karin, as these will allow you to combo with Diablo in the later stages of the game. And for the fifth mercenary, of course, if you have Karin, why not include Diablo? Diablo is in here for another reason though. His last two abilities are actually fire. So when you place him down, you're going to want to put him down to the left of Geddon, just as a way to actually trigger Geddon's fire combo on his Inferno. Though this doesn't always come up it can come up, and it's worth mentioning here. Black Soulstone is the equipment that we're actually using here just to increase the survivability of Diablo, and for the final mercenary for more survivability and some synergy between him and Diablo, Cookie, where we're using appetizers, of course, to increase the survivability of our team even further. And the main two abilities, of course, are going to be Fish Feast and Go Fish. Now with the mercenary team breakdown out of the way, let's go find some games. Oh, that's a really inappropriate aim there. We're going to put down our normal lineup. They're mainly protectors, which might be a good sign for us. It depends if it's actually... What's mainly protectors? Orcs? Hey, okay, so this is going to be bad because... Well, we can try to focus this down. Well, actually, I didn't realize Belinda has the lowest HP, so... Valeera actually going after Belinda is not a bad idea. Though I guess they could knock Chi-Ji lower. I'm going to try to get the Thrall down first. They are going after the Belinda. Interesting. Do get the Thrall down. We're going to put Karen down. I think this is going to hit hard. Diablo, okay. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do this. And then... If we do an Endurance or yeah, I think this is the safe play. We should be able to get rid of both Rom and... Oh, I guess... Oh, right. Okay, we're going to put Cookie down. Snipe this. That and then do that, I guess. Let's do Go Fish. I probably should have got rid of the Grom first, to be honest. Geddon's going to be dead. We're going to put a fish down. Actually, one of the best fishes we could get, just because it heals us. We're going to put Diablo down, because we have nothing else to put down. We have Endurance Aura, but they also have it, I guess. I'm assuming yeah, that makes sense. We're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then we're going to Fire Stomp. Might actually have been better to just get the Diablo dead, or target the Diablo. Then they're going to do combo, and they have Cookie next. Oh, interesting. They're not actually using Reincarnation. Well, we can do this, that... Trying to get the Diablo down, and it isn't actually Cookie. That's actually kind of a shock. That is a really good fish to get here, though. Okay, they're going to bounce it back and forth. Okay, so do this, we'll do that, and then we'll do this. I think we're still quicker. Get that real low, and we're just going to be able to win. Okay, even team. Going to be a little bit interesting figuring out what they are. Holy humans, that might actually be an interesting matchup. We're going to focus down Cornelius. Don't think they have enough damage to kill any of our units straight out. If we can focus down Cornelius, get him off the board, the backboard is probably Aaron, Diablo, and Varian, maybe. We're gonna heal, gonna fire AoE, and then AoE. It depends if we win the speed tie here, to be honest. We do. Okay, so that's perfect. Then the next thing that's going to die is going to be Valen, even though Anduin would be nice to kill. That's annoying. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, we'll do it like this, just because I'm assuming Belinda's probably dead here. And I don't want to risk it. Yeah. AoE. Then we'll put Karen down. And then we'll AoE again. Man, this actually went pretty damn quick for this matchup. Anduin I assumed was going to be really, really annoying to deal with, but I guess not. Because we should be quicker here, no matter what. Get the AoE out, get the second AoE out. And they only have Divine Shield on that. I wonder... Okay, never mind, they're going to give up. Okay, mainly casters, going to be interesting. But that actually probably just means it's going to be Frost, which might be a little bit annoying to deal with, depending on which variant of Frost it is. Okay. Well, that is not something I expected to see. So, what? Okay, so it's basically the build that I was doing last week. We're going to focus down Chi-Ji. I wonder if they actually fixed that bug. Yeah, focusing down Chi-Ji makes the most sense here. Lost the tie there. Going to get that. Shouldn't die, I don't think. Okay, Chi-Ji's real low. Oh, we can always try that. It's going to be 1 speed. I'm going to be safe and just use that. Because I knew that was going to die. We're going to try to scale that up a bit. We're going to AoE. Chi-Ji's almost dead. We'll put Karen down next. Endurance? Actually, no. We'll do Earth Stomp, Fire, then Inferno. That's going to be so annoying to kill. I tried to do a lineup like this before, but it didn't work out, which is why I ended up scrapping it last week. Okay, so let's see what they have on the bench. That makes so much sense. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Gain the fire damage. And I know this won't trigger, so we might as well just use Living Bomb. They're gonna focus down Belinda. That's fine. Annoying, but fine. First Stomp, Fire Dart, and then... Actually, we'll do it like this. Because they're gonna kill Belinda with Malfurion, probably. Which means next turn, we'll have Geddon, Diablo, and Karen all up. It's interesting that they go for Geddon at all. It's going to be annoying to kill that entire board, but we should be able to do it. Diablo's down, Endurance up, Fire Stomp, Inferno. Easiest choice in my life there. So the last one's Cookie, yeah. No Brucon, which is kind of funny, but get rid of the Malfurion, which is pretty nice. That leaves us with what, Cookie. Okay, so we should be able to get rid of Lady Andacondra here. I'm gonna do Earth Stomp. Do we even want to hard target her? I'm gonna do it like this. Because Guff isn't a beast, so yeah. We're just gonna make sure Guff dies. That's sad, but it's fine. We put Cookie down. And the speed, well, isn't even speed tied there. And do it like this, and then we should be good. They're going to focus down Cookie, that's fine. Kind of weird, but I'm not them, so, you know. Let's do this, that. I'm just hoping sometimes the Inferno will actually combo off of Diablo. It's not going to happen 90% of the time, but when it does, it helps. It's an additional combo breaker, I guess. And they give up. Okay, so they're even team. We're gonna put down our normal 3. Oh, this is gonna be really annoying. Oh, we'll focus the Grom down, I guess. They might be able to kill Chi-Chi in 1 turn, which might suck, but it is what it is. There's not much. I guess we could be running Cornelius to protect the Chi-Chi on the starting turn from an attack-based team like this, but I think you'd want... I don't know what you would cut out. You might cut out the backline of Diablo and Karen. Oh, they're actually focusing down Geddon, which, I mean, it makes sense. That's what you should probably do, but not a lot of people actually do it. Well, I guess we'll use Chi-Ji's big AoE heal, and then we'll also use Belinda's AoE just to get the fire damage. Then we'll hope this lives, but I don't think it will. I guess the smart play would be to use Tyrion's final ability, ram into Geddon, then have Valera ram into... Oh, it's going to be Belinda, so... And I guess they are actually doing the smart play. And what are they going to do? Full heal themselves? Okay, they are. Going to do AoE. Going to put down Cairn. Attack that. Or frost damage, or fire damage. Even if they kill one of our units here. First Stomp should be able to do enough AoE here. A lot of really weird comps that I'm running into. Giving Divine Shield to that. That's annoying, but it's fine. We get down the Malfurion. We'll use Endurance. Oh, Endurance isn't going to be quick enough, is it? Brucon. Going to do that. Can do the smart play again. We're going to do the dumb play. Get more fire damage on board. It's nice that there's two ways to actually scale damage there, but... Okay, so that kills that. Diablo's down next. We're gonna try to heal, AoE Stomp, and then double damage on Brucon. I think Valeera might be dead no matter what this turn. Scaling the damage even further would be nice, but if we can actually heal up Cairn a little bit, it might be a lot better to try to keep him alive. Okay, they're going to make that slower. One Cairn down. He has 1 HP. We heal, which is nice. And then this turn, we AoE. Oh no, if it's 3 damage, it's out of lethal range, technically. We'll do Doom Charge. Fire Stomp would be nice to do, but because Valeera's up, they're always going to be quicker. That's a big heal. And they give up. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the build. So overall, the build actually performed really well. There were some matchups where it was pretty close, but having the increased survivability between Chi-Ji and Belinda was actually pretty strong for a fire-based team. To my shock, actually, I expected this build to be just alright overall, but it did feel actually pretty relevant with the matchups that I was in, though I did not run into a single dragon matchup, which is something that I was looking for the entire time, but I did play quite a few games, and it did feel actually pretty consistent on winning each game. Though the thing that I did mention at the start of the video, switching between Stormpike Salvation and Lesser Water Elemental, I never actually did that. I mentioned it because I thought it would be a really neat idea, but then I realized in one of the games in the second half of testing that Belinda is always going to be the lowest HP mercenary on your board, so having Stormpike Salvation as extra survivability for your other mercenaries in a matchup where they're using Valeera is actually just decent overall. Because by including Belinda in the starting lineup, Chi-Ji and Geddon are always going to be protected from a Valeera, which is actually really nice. Though, again, you could actually use the Lesser Water Elemental. It's up to you. I ended up not doing it, but it is worth mentioning. Overall, it's a really fun build to actually play. I think this is exactly what Fire needed, something to increase the survivability of the overall build, and I am glad that I was able to figure this out as early on as I have, as this is something that I really wanted to do for a mercenary video for quite a while. And with that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.